All right. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Kansas by Night, or Old World Venue, whatever you want to call it. So tonight we have an eclectic group meeting at a random bar in the city. So for his part, Janus is, he's wandered into town recently. He's a young, roguish-looking man. He's got like casual clothing on, like he does in the picture, with a suit jacket that's currently slung over his chair, and there's a briefcase sitting on the because he's sitting at the bar. There's a briefcase on the floor next to where he's sitting, and he's chatting up a lot of the bar patrons. He's a very talkative, friendly sort of guy. Not really, I wouldn't say like boisterous or magnanimous or anything like that. He's just very friendly. One thing you would notice if you look at him for any amount of time is his ears are very slightly pointed, not to the degree that like a she or an Ishu would have them, but they're pointed just enough that it could maybe be like, some people have quirks like that. You could maybe think that, but it's one of those things that stands out about him. I almost posted that same link in the wrong game chat. That would have been awkward.
James, fairly tall, redheaded, clearly Irish-featured man, who's pretty clearly being given a wide berth by the rest of the people. He's just kind of sitting at the bar, nursing a drink, occasionally looking up at the bartender to give him a refill, and then the bartender quickly gets the fuck out as soon as it's filled.
Okay. So, Janus, he's kind of curious about this guy, so he just whispers something to the barkeep, and the barkeep will hurry over and put a glass of whiskey down in front of your character and slide back down the bar because #rage.
#rage.
Oh dear. And yeah, he'll just kind of smile at your character. I didn't quite catch a name, but that could have been because I was not paying attention.
James Nick Reynolds. I'll type it inside chat just so you have it.
Gotcha. Thank you. Yeah.
He'll look at the scotch, pick up the glass, look at Janice and kind of nod his head, and then start drinking.
Okay. He'll just wink at James before going back to chatting up a lot of the customers.
Yeah, James is in there. He's just kind of towards the back. Oh man, this dude has a hard time sitting though because of his. Yeah, screw it. He's sitting kind of towards like back of the bar, like a booth or something. Just sort of eating and reading a book, though he'll occasionally look up at his phone and reply to a text before going back to reading. It doesn't look like he's eaten much of his food. Actually, maybe like a bite has been eaten out of the meal, but that's about it.
Okay. So, Janus, as he's talking, he kind of ends up, he talks with the people that he's been chatting up after a while, gives them a phone number, and then picks up his stuff and goes over down the bar to sit next well, not next to, but like a chair or two over from James. He just sits down very casually, I guess would be the word, and takes his drink, takes a sip, leans back in his chair.
James will kind of look up at him and nod again and say, in a pretty rough Irish accent, thanks for the drink.
Oh, of course, no problem. Just a little gift, I should say. He chuckles. And you notice now that he's a bit up closer, he's got like a necklace around his neck with a what looks like some kind of would your character know what a cartouche is?
No, he wouldn't.
Okay, so it's a necklace with little well, you know what a cartouche is, right?
I don't actually.
Okay, so it's like a little square, not square, that's not a square, it's like this sort of shape, kind of like an oval with hieroglyphs inside of it attached to his necklace, and it's around his neck.
Okay, cool.
And he's just very relaxed. He goes, so what brought you to town?
I'm just wondering.
I know that life. I'm a watch salesman. And he reaches down, taps his briefcase, and smiles. So, yeah, I know that life.
Watch you say.
I'm sorry.
He'll just kind of say, watch you say. Are you a real watch salesman or one of those guys you see up in New York?
Well, I'm glad you asked. And he picks up the briefcase and sets it on the counter and clicks it open very slowly and melodramatically and opens it to, a collection of watches. Some of there's nothing like gold expensive watch, but there's some fairly nice durable models in there. There's maybe some silver watches that look pretty nice. And does your character have anything like any like gifts that detect like supernatural shit? Actually, no, that's not supernatural. Never mind. I'm sorry.
You're good.
This is the first scene with this character, so still figuring a lot of stuff out.
You did. I was kind of like let out a low whistle. So a real one then.
I suppose you could say that.
Well, may your business go well. May you find enough money to pay for your hotel rooms. And he'll just kind of raise his glass.
Well, and he raises his glass too. I do thank you for that, and I wish you the same in return, as he toasts. And as he takes the sip, he, looks around. Kind of peeks around the establishment a bit. And then, let's just say, so we can get Kim involved in the scene, he sees Jasper. He picks Jasper out of the crowd. And does the same thing to Jasper. Has the barkeep deliver him a drink.
He'll
Because he does not know.
Yeah, he'll decline the drink from the bartender.
So after you decline the drink to the bartender, we'll come back a few minutes later with a root beer.
He'll kind of incline his head, thankfully, but he'll just then set the glass beside his water and not take a sip.
Oh my, that is indeed strange. He just kind of whispers to himself. Hmm. And I think Kim would kill me if I did that. And after a few minutes, he just kind of leans over to Jim and says, I'm going to go talk to Tall, Dark, and Broody over there. If you want to come and hang out, feel free. And he stands up, takes his glass, takes his stuff. He has his like suit coat slung over the arm that's carrying the briefcase, and heads over.
James will get up and follow him.
He'll lean himself over and say, mind if I take a seat? Indicating the other side of the booth.
Sure, go ahead.
So he nods and sits down. Just to make this easier, do I have awareness? I don't know. That would be an ST roll. We don't have an ST in here. Never mind.
Well, what are you trying to do? Because I know we have awareness, at least if you took it on your sheet.
Yeah, I have awareness, but like, I'm not sure if we could use like, because sorcerers are only half awakened, so you can't really like pick up shit on them unless they have like magic effects going, I guess.
Well, one could make the argument that because he's a Nephilim, he.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, he's got, brilliant, bright, and human aura, so that would probably, if you were going to use perk alert or perk awareness, that would pick up that
Actually,
he's
he's
not
got
entirely.
Yeah, and he's actually got the echoes too, so I'm gonna roll for the echoes.
I thought the echoes wouldn't really be able to be picked up unless he was around plants, and it was clearly seen that they were growing very, very rapidly.
Well, I imagine it would still be like magic around him, like constantly. That maybe he could pick up on, just so we don't have that like awkward social part of just like the characters are wondering why they're talking to each other.
Yeah, that's understandable.
James is just going to not even ask, take a seat, and just sit down across from him.
James is just gonna look up, over the brim of his glasses for a moment, not say anything, and then just look back down to his book.
Oh my goodness!
All right. I'm trying to find a dice roller to do this fucking dice rolling. Please catch your hair.
Yeah, there's like a Discord and a rolls room.
Yeah, I'll use the Discord then. Six. I think it's 6. Yeah. 6 to 10. All right, 4 successes. Do you think, and I'll screen share. Do you think that a spec in detail oriented would count?
You're just trying to figure out if you can like tell the echoes.
Actually, probably not. So just 4. Now that I think about it. Okay, I think that's been on video long enough. I'll just kind of perk an eyebrow. And just start stroking his chin very thoughtfully. Interesting. Interesting. He says this as he's looking at Jasper.
It is very clear that Jasper has had a very long week. He is very tired. And he just kind of looks at your character. He's like, I mean, did you just come over here to act like some sort of James Bond villain? Or is there a reason to all of this?
Well, and he looks between the two of them. Both of you seemed very, how should I put this, special. And while I'm new in the city, I thought I'd meet all the special people around here. And he is talking in a lowered voice.
In their own way, everyone is special and unique. So if you plan on speaking to everyone unique, I wish you luck on your journey around the world, speaking to everyone you meet.
Oh, well, when I say unique, I mean like that little thing you have going on. It feels very strange around you. Can't quite put my finger on it, but it's definitely there.
It
He
could
kind
be
of,
my outgoing personality.
he chuckles, and he kind of like tilts his head towards James. Well, James here, he feels similar, but different. It's quite interesting, actually.
I don't know what he's talking about. I was just coming over here to say you should probably eat. Use that food.
He'll just blink and then push his plate across to sorry. Yeah, sorry, I was clearing my throat. He'll push his plate over to James and just say, by all means, if there are other people who could use it more than I can, then go ahead. Bring it to them. I am thought I could eat something today, but it seems that my appetite has left.
He will let out a very loud, boisterous laugh and say, "Oh, if only the rest of the world were as generous as you two," and then just start digging into the food.
Sass, personality. You look like a. What would I say? I'd say you look like a prep or school prep kid. I'd say you're one of those. What do they call them? Technocratic people?
He'll look down at himself and then just kind of, straighten his bow tie. And I'll look back over and say, I never went to prep school. I went to a public school in a not too great part of New Orleans quite a while ago. And no, I'm not a technocrat.
Well, see, now we're getting somewhere. And he looks over to James. And what about you, James? Are you one of us special people? And gives him, he like raises one eyebrow.
He'll shrug, and with food still in his mouth, he'll just kind of say, "Yeah, my mom always told me I was special."
Well, mothers are a great thing to have.
I find it quite necessary to go about living, or at least start the process.
Yes, generally. Too bad some of them don't stick around.
There are some shite mothers in the world.
I suppose you could say that.
It's not just the mothers, though. You must remember the fathers as well.
So try the fathers too.
He's tapping he's got his like finger steepled and is tapping his index fingers together. Yes, there are quite a lot of destitute parents out there. It's quite a shame, actually.
Jasper will just sort of nod. It's not a very enthusiastic nod, it's just sort of that I acknowledge that you've spoken, but I don't really have anything else to comment.
He rolls his eyes, says, "Look, we both know that you and I are not normal humans. And I'd wager, I guess, that James over there isn't either. So why don't we find somewhere more private to talk and cut the obfuscation?"
That is up to you, I suppose. And then again, if we're so special, normally it is the one who has initiated this conversation, is the one who tells what they are first, as something a matter of hospitality.
Well, yes, and I would quite enjoy doing so. But I'd rather do so where we're not in danger of being overheard. Unless maybe we start a bar fight. That is an idea. Start stroking his chin, looking at some of the other bar patrons. Could start a bar fight. Would perfectly distract from us. We wouldn't have any attention on us. He kind of he's stroking his chin, kind of thinking it over as he's looking over people at the bar.
I try not to start any bar fights I don't plan on finishing.
Yes.
If you want to get us a private room, I don't mind accompanying you to.
He kind of waggles his eyebrows a bit. Oh my. And at this point, he'll go, "Well, I'll be right back." And he stands up, goes to get a private. I'm sure they have like an upstairs lounger or something, somewhere more private. And he will obtain entrance for them to it. And then he'll come back to the table a few minutes later and go, "Well, there's a lounge upstairs. It's a bit more private if you'd like to accompany me, or we can talk a bit more freely."
So Jasper will nod. And then just stand up. And,
James will stand up, letting whoever he trapped in the booth out.
And he'll kind of chuckle and lead you guys upstairs. I mean, I don't want to narrate too much, but it's just a lounge.
Yeah.
And he will lead you guys to probably just like a table or something, some nice chairs, and sit down, cross his legs, and sigh.
Well, now that we're in a more private place, I believe there are matters that are to be attended to.
Yes, it would appear so. My name is Janus Moore of the Celestial Chorus. Or more pushy higher ups would say affiliated with. But that's just semantics. He looks to the other two, including at the werewolf, who probably has no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's just kind of sitting there, like he looks like he understands everything, but yeah.
Jasper will incline
And
his head.
a beat.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry, you go.
Jasper will just sort of incline his head and say, Dr. Jasper Devereaux, affiliated with the Verbena.
Oh, how very nice to meet you, Dr. Devereaux. He kind of seems to be thinking it over. And now he's watching Jasper a bit more closely, kind of gauging his reaction. Now that they've announced that they're affiliated with two traditions who generally hate each other. Pretty good. And he's kind of watching her reactions, and then he looks over to James. And looks him up and down. I'd say... let's go up in unorthodox. Order of Hermes.
Yeah, Order of Hermes. I'm all
I'm gonna make... Oh, sorry, Tiger.
I'm all about that that messengerness.
He's gonna make a perception empathy roll.
I'm a roll my manipulation.
Watch
Yep.
watch you beat me.
Right.
I got no successes.
Oh, no.
And what I'll do
One
is
in
I'll 2 successes. So
Yeah, no,
he kind of just tilts his head to the side.
he is clearly bullshitting.
And shit, I
He nods very slowly. Damn. And what I'm gonna do is I'll screenshot those and post them in like a spoiler when I post the scene.
Right.
And he goes, an orphan, perhaps?
My mom and dad were there for me during my entire life. I'm no orphan.
Jasper will just...
Kind of look. Oh, sorry.
My bad.
You good? You go. You were speaking first.
Jasper will look over and, to Janice, and he'll just say, I just realized all 3 of us have J's in our names. Anyway, that's not what he said. That was a me thing. I just figured that out. That revelation just...
Hashtag J Squad.
I think that just revelation just kind of sparked in my head. Anyway, he'll look over to Janice, and he'll say, why must you assume that he is someone like us? There are many others in the city. I've already met Changeling, and there are rumors of vampires in this city.
Changelings. Interesting. So to speak.
No,
Although you
not
do-
interesting.
You do raise a good point, though. He looks over at James.
He's still just sitting there with that shit-eating grin on his face, like, yep, I'm totally Order of Hermes, you guys.
So, looks him up and down. Well, if you're not one of us, would you mind telling us what you are? Everybody seems to be quite friendly in this city, if what my colleague, Dr. Devereaux, is saying is true.
No, I never said that they were friendly. Quite frankly, there are a few choice changelings in this city that, well, it would be better for you not to meet them.
Sounds like I need to make a family visit then.
I'll just shrug.
No, I guess it's only fair you two did volunteer that you were. I am, in fact, the werewolf.
Oh, interesting.
I'll nod and then say, well, almost you know exactly what affiliated with means and the words and organizations we said earlier, then you probably do not know exactly what we are. We are hedge mages.
Well, mages is a relative term. I prefer to call myself a worker of miracles.
Whatever you call yourself, we're not completely mages. We do not have the spark that they have. So,
Yes, yes, I hear about it all the time. It's so boring hearing their elitist speech.
he'll nod. Then he's just gonna kind of get up and head to the bathroom. Because I'm assuming there's a bathroom in this lounge somewhere.
Probably. If not, he can go on an adventure. There's one downstairs for sure.
Well, he wouldn't go to the one downstairs.
Mhm.
Definitely would not. So in this lounge, I'm assuming it's just kind of like through another door at this place. And yeah, because Jasper's just in that kind of mood today. When he walks out, he's got his jacket, kind of slung over one arm, like a butler would hold a towel and everything. So he's just kind of got his Belstaff coat like that, and he'll walk out, and he's got a pair of very large, white angelic wings. And he'll just walk over to one of the chairs, sit down, place the coat on his lap, and say, my apologies, it gets a little stuffy. And it's a pain in the ass to sit with them while they're still concealed.
I can imagine.
I'm not. And just for the same sake, I'm going to say that like Janus would have made sure that where like the private room they got didn't have cameras. Because I didn't think about that until just now. I'm gonna say that for now.
Well, if it was a lounge,
just
they probably
social
wouldn't have cameras in there, more than likely.
That is true. Less serves.
Yeah, especially if it was like a private lounge.
And he'll whistle. Quite impressive. Well, I guess since everybody's showing off, I suppose. I could let Sebek out. He reaches down, puts the case on the table, opens it, and he goes and pops open like what he bought like the one side where the trunk is, like where the watches are. Pulls it open, hidden compartment, and so it's not a big snake. It's a fairly decently sized snake. The size of Pelagius, to be honest. It's not too huge. That slithers out and wraps, around his arm. Looks at two of you.
Gosh, that poor little snake was probably hella cramped in there.
It is a big briefcase. It's like I don't know. I can't. My camera isn't big enough to do a size thing, but it's not a small briefcase.
Okay. I mean, Pelagius ain't that small. He's like over 2 feet, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Hmm.
It would be best to warn you two of a changeling by the name of Triori. They are rather unpleasant.
Oh,
Indeed.
Oh,
He, I would not say attacked exactly, but that is how I view the matter. Um, Myself and a friend were invited to Triori's home, wherein Triori's assistant then gave me a drink. Now I said that I did not drink alcohol, and they said it was not alcoholic. Still not trusting the fair folk. I did not drink it, but my friend decided to drink it. It turns out it was absinthe, and my friend had a very, very horrible trip and began shooting up the place. Yet, when it was all over, um, Triori would not take the blame. Not, it was not entirely all of his fault. There is some blame on his assistant, but either way, they still gave us a mind-altering drug when we were granted hospitality in his manor, which is not very hospitable, especially when no one asked for such a thing.
not. Well, very understandable. God damn it. No, not playing. I'm not playing that character right now. Stop. And I was out of character. Obviously. And nods and says, that is indeed worrying. But that side of the family.
Indeed. I intend to take it up with one of their leaders very, very soon. My friend has been quite negatively affected because of this. And I will not take an attack on a friend of mine very lightly.
He nods. Well, if you'd like some accompaniment, I hear I'm related to the fair folk in some way, so I suppose I could go with if you need some extra backup of our kind, I should say.
I'll sort of smile and then say, it is kind of you to offer, but I'm sure I can handle myself, and that I would hope that the leader would not be rash enough to attack.
I mean, they are the fair folk. Logic, at least according to the stories, does not hold on them.
I'll shrug. Well, I only know what I have seen so far, and what I have seen has not been very, well, it has not looked very well in their favor.
He nods. I can concede that point. I've only met one in my time, so I can't really speak on that issue either.
Well, up until the other day, I had never met one.
That is fair.
I have to go real quick. BRB. Sorry.
Okay. He sips the drink that he brought up and looks over to James. Well, you seem to be listening. You learned anything useful?
He'll take another drink. Think for a second. Then raise a finger. Don't mess with the Fae.
That is true.
Don't accept gifts from the Fae.
He taps his finger. He takes another sip from his drink. He starts talking to the snake, which you can't understand it talking back.
James just like sipping on his drink.
Is Janus, for his part, ends up looking up, says, So, you're a werewolf. That is very interesting. I've never met one of your kind before.
Well, nod. Yeah, we tend to keep to ourselves.
Same as well, but it seems this city is full of exceptions.
What was that? I couldn't hear the last bit.
He said it seems this city is full of exceptions.
That's great.
Sorry, I didn't catch
He
that.
just kind of keeps sipping at his drink.
Janus is talking to the snake. The snake seems to be very catching up on the conversation so far.
He'll finish his drink and just kind of praise the rest of the lovely and say, it's been a pleasure speaking with you guys, Jen. You too. I think I've got to go. I have other business to attend to.
He'll nod.
Uh,
Have a good day.
Jasper will nod and pull out a business card and say, if you're ever in need of a doctor or help of that sort, don't be afraid to give me a call.
He'll pocket the business card. Appreciate it, Doc.
No problem.
Safe travel for you.
You too.
And I'm gonna go crash. See you.
All right, talk to you later, Tim.
Have a good night, Tiger.
Or Tiger, I'm sorry. Rip.
I mean, him and Tim have the same salt levels, so.
That is true. I'm still trying to see if Tim wants in. He's not answering.
It's when you just kind of show up at his house and it's like, yo, dude. Like, check your messages.
I'm gonna just post it in chat, in main chat again, because he's been looking there. I assume Jasper's come back at this point.
Oh yeah, Jasper was there. He didn't. I my bad if I said he like went off to the bathroom or something. I just had to go.
Oh, well, yeah. I'll just look back over to Jasper. The snake is at this point like coiled around his arm. He says, "Well, that was certainly interesting."
Indeed, it was. Seems there are many interesting people nowadays.
Yes, it does. Seem, I don't know, quiet. I wonder if they're all like that.
Probably not.
Yes. Hashtag just thinking with the Fiona. And says, well, would you like to go out for a walk or something?
Sure, that's fine. Just give me a moment. And he gets up, kind of ruffling his feathers a little bit, like the primary feathers and everything, just kind of move and expand out for a little bit. And then I'll walk back into the bathroom. Then when he comes out, he's got his coat and everything back on, and his normal boy once again.
Yep. And Janus will grin, and he puts his coat on, picks up a suitcase after convincing Silbeck to go back in, and leads the way outside. He's not walking quickly, he's walking fairly slowly, but he's kind of just meandering around, talking about like small, like the little things, like it is quite lovely weather today. So bright and burning. It's beautiful, isn't it?
In a way, I suppose it is, though I'm not sure everyone would see it that way.
The one thing it needs is a little more sand. Then it would be perfect.
A little more what? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
He said sand.
Just gonna kind of look over at the dude and arch an eyebrow.
Yeah, so, well, Is something wrong?
No, no, I suppose not. Though if you want sand,
Okay.
perhaps Florida or Egypt would be better.
No, I couldn't do Florida. No, it's too many crazy people there. Have like someone chasing me trying to attack me with an alligator or something.
Not
I'd
in,
much prefer being in a sorcerer than being in Florida. Florida man is a very terrifying thing.
not entirely, and most of those are a yellow journalism sort of thing. I lived in Florida for about a year. It was pleasant.
I suppose. Egypt, though. Meaning to take a trip there for a while now, but it's so expensive to travel overseas anymore.
Jasper will just kind of make a one moment again. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. And as Jasper temporarily freezes in time, Janus is just kind of dancing in a circle, humming quietly to himself. He's used to weird things like this. He's a sorcerer. He's encountered far weirder things, to be honest. He's just kind of taking it all in stride, slowly dancing around. He's just dancing circles around Jasper to keep things seeming rather normal. And just while I'm eating, I'm gonna switch my camera off. And yeah, Janus is just dancing back and forth. Very relaxed. He's a relaxed type kind of person. Yeah. going to end the hangout and continue. If we want to continue the same, we'll do a new hangout. So thank you players for playing. Thank you watchers for watching. Stay tuned for more.